welcome to another episode of Roses Are Red podcast with your host, Mrs. Red Rose, her co-host, Sam I Am from the Married Couple Podcasts, and AC from Midnight Media.
Lost myself where I was for a minute.
Where were you?
I was trying to figure out over here the live stream on Instagram. So we are live on Instagram.
Nice.
So we're over here live over too. And so if anybody's watching us, it is a couple seconds delayed on Instagram. So if you do leave a message, I do apologize. It is a couple seconds delayed. But yes, we are live on Insta.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Finally.
Right.
Took a long time.
Live over here. It's taken us a while, but we're over here now.
Thanks, Instagram.
And so tonight's choice of drink is I'm doing this cucumber margarita. I figured the spicy cucumber jalapeno margarita. I figured
How spicy is it?
You know what? It's not that spicy. That you kind of taste more of the cucumber than anything. But I figured, hey, you know what? I tried it over at the grocery store. The lady sold it to me. I'm a sucker when someone says, hey, you really want it. All right. Put it in the
You're right. I do really want that. I do want that.
I wasn't thinking about it, but sure. I'll have it now.
How did you know?
Did you know that this is what I was thinking about this whole time?
Hey,
Tiff. How are you?
What up, gorgeous?
So
guess what?
What's up?
No, I was going to tell her, guess what?
Oh.
We're talking about some topical shit. Talking about P. Diddy tonight.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. That is our topic for tonight is P. Diddy. We're going to learn with everybody what the hell is going on with this guy.
Yep.
What is the big
what's the big hullabaloo? What's the big dealio?
What's the big deal? What's going on? I want to know.
And plus, it's going to be one of those interactive shows where people really have to chime in because we need your expertise as well. I'm not super well versed in this. Obviously, we have to talk about it immediately, but again, it's going to be an educational show for both of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta learn. This is going to be a learning experience because I know that this has been headlines all over since Monday. I know he got arrested at some point, and all this crazy stuff is going on. So it's really crazy what everything is going on.
Yeah, and I keep hearing about it. Obviously, it's in every single news outlet.
Yeah.
And I heard that he got arrested, but I was in the middle of the day, so I wasn't really paying too much attention to it. And then this week has been pretty crazy, so I haven't really, given it the attention it deserves, but no doubt people are going nuts over it. And people are like, I told you so. I told you the fucking crazy asshole. So.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I do remember, with Justin Bieber, didn't Justin Bieber do a song on him at some point? I thought
did he do it? Did he do it? He did it. He did it. Well, he had those strange videos with Justin Bieber when he was just like 14 years old or whatever, and he was like, "You're gonna live the life. Don't you worry. Yeah. I'm gonna show you, what it is to live the life." It was much more than cars and money. I think he was talking about something else.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah,
very interesting. So it's gonna be interesting to learn with everybody what the hell happened. Stuff from because I know he was in the Streamlight a long time ago, right? He was in the Streamlight with Jennifer Lopez.
You mean the Limelight?
And the Limelight, yeah, where he was in a bar, if I'm not mistaken, with Jennifer Lopez, and there was a shooting, and they accused him of having something to do with it with J-Lo.
Let's share this to get everybody up to speed on what the hell is going on and what we've been talking about. And excuse me. Sorry. So I think this will get us up to speed on what is going on at the moment.
It depends on if you want to mute Diddy or mute every song he makes money from, because those are two different things. Platforms like Spotify and Tidal have ways to block an artist. Diddy himself only has 8 albums, but he also has 72 singles, where he's either a lead artist or a featured artist. So streaming, purchasing, or listening to the radio is the primary way you get your music. You can shut his voice out pretty easily. The problem for most people will come from the fact that Diddy makes more money from other.
It keeps cutting in and out.
It does?
30+ year
I have fiber optic internet.
writing or producing credits on songs for artists including, but not limited to, Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, TLC, Jennifer Lopez.
So they're saying that it's really cutting out? I don't even know
Yeah.
what to do anymore. I got literally fiber optic internet installed in my house.
I don't know.
Okay, cool. So I'll stop it there so it's not horrible for people, but he makes money off of Jennifer Lopez, Jay-Z. He makes money off of obviously Biggie Smalls, who was part of Bad Boy. He makes money off of Mariah Carey and Mary J. Blige. So they're saying it's impossible to get away from him. Even if you want to boycott him, his 8 albums that he has, fine, but you can't really boycott. You can't really boycott everything because you have to take hip hop out of your vocabulary. You know, that's basically what they're saying.
Now, was he part of the I know with Notorious B.I.G. Was he part of the did he own that group record with
Bad Boy.
Notorious or
Bad Boy,
yeah.
right there, Bad Boy Entertainment. Faith Evans, right? The Notorious B.I.G. were on his label, Bad Boy Records. Good call. Did he own their publishing rights up to 2023? Now they do not anymore. Matter of fact, his sudden, his sudden departure from the artist, because of his legal troubles earlier this year. So if you decide all Bad Boy Records, it might be more of a monetary loss to the artist associated with Diddy than Diddy himself. So R. Kelly, the whole R. Kelly thing looks like she's talking about.
Yeah, geez Louise.
Yeah, and see, he has his hand in everything.
Sounds like it sounds like he has his hand in everything, and it sounds like if he goes down, a lot of people are going to go down. It sounds like almost because I know that was one of the talks, they were saying, because if I'm not mistaken, I want to say a couple months ago when this whole allegation came out of I think it's when he beat his ex-girlfriend or something, right? He came out publicly saying, if I'm going down, all of you guys are going down too. And he had his little kid on his lap, and they were mentioning all these famous rappers and artists, and I mean even it was just a bunch of them. I'm trying to remember who was that was mentioned in there. I mean, they mentioned Jay-Z, he mentioned
all the people we just talked about.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige. I mean, he has a lot of people, but I don't think everybody's going to go down. For what? They all sex traffic people?
Well, apparently there's videos of they seized, from what I heard on the news these past couple days, that they seized thousands and thousands of videos that parties he would have, and he recorded everything of everybody, because they also seized not only the one in Florida, I guess the one here in LA or the one in New York, something like that. They seized.
Well, for sure that no, a lot of people are not going to go down. A lot of people never go down. So it's not going to. We can keep thinking that one day everybody that we hate is gonna get arrested. That's why they're so rich and powerful. It's not going to happen. This is a good sign. This is great. But then there's real video of him actually hitting this fucking chick big time. You know. So
yeah.
Once everybody sees that, they're like, oh, that guy can't be in the limelight. You know, why is that guy, still rich and powerful and famous? Then things change. But until then, I don't know. I just don't believe. I also don't believe the cops will just hand over every single thing, and then a bunch of R&B artists are going to go down. I don't know. I don't believe that. That's me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. It's for me. It's kind of like an if type of thing, because I'm saying, okay, well, if these people are doing all these things at his house with these parties, right?
Are you talking about essaying kids at the house? All these artists are essaying children at his house?
That's what they're saying. Because
So
one of the charges is trafficking. One of the charges is also international trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one more charge. I know there's 3 charges.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's talk about, before we move on to the charges, let's talk about, you mentioned that the video that shows Cassie Ventura in a hotel hallway.
And this is just so crazy. This is the most craziest video. So it's a trigger warning for anybody. Just let you know.
No. Trigger warnings are for children. You can't just say trigger warning for everything.
Well,
God damn it. Hold up. What is a trigger warning? Anything that triggers you?
For this part, because somebody might, you never know. I mean, granted, we are
giving a disclaimer in the beginning, bro. Fuck them. You don't know by now.
Look, remember, no cussing.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure. Right after somebody told us I can't stick around for cussing, we were like, fuck. The other day, bullshit. We literally went out of our way to say fuck 100 times after somebody said,
Yes.
we cuss a lot.
You know what? I think because Sam is not here, if you guys have noticed, Sam's not here. She had something to do. Sam, fuck off. Fuck.
Fuck. Fuckity fuck. So, let's read this a little bit. So you mentioned the girlfriend, right? So video of Sean Diddy Combs. This is back in May, beating then girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hallway in 2016. So dude was in a towel. Sean Combs was seen kicking, dragging, and then his girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a harrowing 2016 surveillance video released Friday. The video obtained by CNN and dated March 5th, 2016 shows the rapper and the producer running after the singer and the Intercontinental Hotel in Center City, Los Angeles. You know exactly where that is, right?
Yeah.
So, and then here's another still of it, right? Here's of him attacking her, dragging her down back. I guess she left. She's like, I'm leaving. And she's like, no, you're fucking not, in a towel. And Combs, who's wrapped in a towel, right, then grabs her in the back of the neck and then throws her on the floor. And then while holding his towel closed in one hand, he proceeds to kick her. The video shows, right? And then he grabs person's suitcase to the elevator, and then turning back around, he's kicking Ventura again and on the carpet. So it's pretty crazy. He's 54 years old. And, excuse me, Ventura slowly stands up and stands to pick up a house phone in the hallway before Combs, still in his towel, returns to shoves her. I guess he was going to go to call the cops, or call 911. And he was like, no, you're fucking not.
No, you're not. Get back here.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is just crazy. But he also, didn't he in court say that he did not do anything? Like didn't he try to plead that he wasn't guilty? He didn't do anything?
What's up, my man? How you doing, Ricochet?
Hey, how are ya?
We'll hide the evidence, and key suspects will be diddle parties either protect the black. Of course, yeah. It's for protection. It's for blackmail. It's for why don't we know who's on Epstein Island, or the guy in Ease Island?
Right.
We don't know that because people are so rich and powerful. You never see that. Exactly, Ricochet. Yeah, exactly. So this is what I'm saying. We can be hopeful all we want, but is it going to happen? Probably not. And somebody has to take the fall. So this guy has to take the fall. He wasn't very careful about it. He has these certain things against him, where it's impossible to hide. Now the social microscope is on him, and everybody's like, he has to pay, so they have to sacrifice him so everybody else can stay hidden. That's how it always works. You know what I mean? One guy has to take the fall, so everybody else stays in the cut. Sorry, bud.
He's got to take the blame, and
of course, yeah. And if he dies, that he didn't kill himself.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's a pussy. Number one, because he's a pussy. But number two, because they want him to, they're not going to want him to sing like a canary. You know what
I mean? But yeah. I mean, that's probably also going to be another thing.
For sure.
They don't want him to, if there is, if he does say something, do you think that a lot of other people Jennifer Lopez, when they were at that, when they were dating and she was at the bar and that shooting happened, and I think it was 2 people that died.
Let's look that up.
Do you think she will go down with them?
No.
Do you think maybe that's why, I'm just going to say, maybe that's why her and Ben Affleck are divorcing? Maybe
for the third time? I don't know. It's just because she's been married 5 times, right? Come on.
I think more than 5 times.
Come on,
I think
man.
and
you're like, do you think it's this? No. It's because she's a fucking crazy bitch, I think. Are you kidding me?
It's almost like the runaway bride, but there's no runaway bride because she's still there at the altar.
Let's see. Let's go here. Jennifer Lopez pictured laying in a bed with her ex P. Diddy at shamed music mogul's party. Well, they were boyfriend and girlfriend, right? So
yeah.
Now that the Bad Boys Records founder has recently been arrested in trafficking and racketeering charges, anyone who has been associated with him is seemingly trying to keep quiet when it comes to speaking out against alleged nefarious activity. Part of the reason is so many celebrities are seemingly hushed might be because they attended some of these parties, right? Of course. Some of them may know of what's going on. Some of them don't. Like some of them are just like, oh, cool, a party to go to, and then you're going, and then you're there, and you're implicated because people are doing crazy shit there. That's like inviting you to my house, and you don't know what's going on, and I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
welcome to the orgy. Come on in.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait a minute, there's 35 people on the floor fucking each other. Oh, you didn't know? You didn't? Okay, well, come on,
Come
like,
on in and have fun.
okay, yeah, have a drink. So there's some of that, but there's also, I'm sure, some people who are like, yeah, bring on your parties. I love your parties, So it says here, let's see, anything else here that I can do? Yeah, more here. So while some celebrities might eventually try to minimize their connection to Diddy in the photos don't lie. So here's a photo. They
Oh,
all
wow.
look fucked up. Look at this guy, how fucked up he looks.
Oh my
He looks
gosh.
fucking lit.
Yeah, she does.
Is that Jennifer Lopez?
That's Jennifer right there.
Jenny from the block.
Jenny from
Sometimes
the
he looks
block.
more black than he is. Like sometimes he looks more black, less black. So weird.
Who's that in the middle?
We're gonna find out. Recently, a photo of Jennifer Lopez and
Oh,
Diddy
that's
in bed
Aaliyah.
together with celebrities resurfaced on social media. Diddy and Jennifer were laying on the bed with R&B star Aaliyah, God rest her soul, and late record executive Andre Harrell, model Natane Adcock, and Damon Dash. So Dame Dash, a model, the producer, Andre Harrell, who's dead, Aaliyah, who's dead, and then Jennifer Lopez. So that's
Oh,
quite
wow.
that's quite a
It's quite a
photo.
group. That's quite a
Well,
group
two
there.
people are dead, one's indicted. So
Wow.
everyone was dressed in all white except for Diddy, Jennifer, and Nathan. They were all in smiles as they laid back in the bed, appearing to cuddle up next to one another. The snap of Diddy, Jennifer Lopez, Aaliyah, Natane, and Damon was captured at the I Need a Girl rapper's 4th of July party in the Hamptons. So awesome.
Oh,
They're rich as
interesting.
fuck, super rich. They can do whatever they
Right?
want, of course. That's the issue. The issue is they can do whatever they want, and nothing will ever touch you.
Wow, that's crazy.
Let's see what. So this Diddy scene aged horribly. One person noted that XA on X, a second added, a divorce with Ben Affleck makes more sense now. Oh, there you go. You
Mhm.
got it. Another commented, "Oh shit, we don't know what happened that night. We might have to get Jennifer Lopez too." The other person mentioned J-Lo has been awfully quiet.
She has.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but they were just spotted, her and Ben were just spotted last weekend with their kids. So, maybe
They have
they love
children,
each other. No, they have
Yep.
no children together. Maybe they love each other, right? But because of all this coming to light, maybe not to hurt them in like career wise. Maybe this is why, okay, it's best that we split. Good, because they have no children together whatsoever.
right? Okay.
But they've been seen together with
And
their
got
children.
married again.
Yeah, well, no, they weren't ever married before.
They weren't
This
ever
was
married before?
No, this is the first time. They were boyfriend and girlfriend before.
Like
They
2
were
different
dating.
times?
Yeah. This time they got
Okay.
married. They were going to get married.
It's amazing how much I don't care. Like about these people. I don't like their lives are so frivolous. They don't do anything. The ones that know they did something wrong are really sweating right now, scrambling to find high connections to help them with cloaking, of course. The ones that are really in the know of what happened there, and they were like, I can't wait for your party again. When are you going to do one of those parties again, Diddy? Because they know what's up. Other people are like, "Ooh, a party," and they're like, "I'm just here," and like, "Oh, there's some really hot people here," and the owner of Bad Boy, and guy who worked for Uptown Records, like, I want to be here, and then suddenly you're being implicated in some kind of a sex trafficking ring. That's the situation. That's real. Like, some people know about it, some people don't, and the ones that do, to his point, to Ricochet's point, is they're scrambling. They're like, "Help me, please help me. The higher aboves, please. How are we going to cloak this? How are we going to cloak this?"
There's like a list of people that are on here. There's allegations that even, the police of New York was involved. It just resigned last week before this hit the fan. It's crazy to me to think that, did they really ever think that this shit would come out to light? Did they ever think that this was, or did they not know? Did they not know they were being recorded too?
No one knew they were being recorded. Nobody thought that. I promise you that. But I promise
'Cause
you, no one thought that. Now everybody thinks that, but no, I don't think then. This is 1999. You know, that's 99 was the shooting, and that was years before. You know, like there wasn't even that kind of sophisticated cameras you can have. Only rich people can have like cameras inside their house. Now it's like everybody has a Ring, right?
Yeah, everybody's
But
got
in
Ring
your,
cameras.
but in your house, still people don't have a whole lot of those. And imagine what they have now. Rich people have whatever they want. They can just order it and be like, whatever it takes. I need to be able to record this shit.
It's just crazy to me to think how much he's done from going back to, like I said, the shooting with Jennifer Lopez. Then he gets that one charge with the ex-girlfriend, right? And nothing really came out of that. I don't think
That was 2016. It's 2016.
and that I don't think he never even did time, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he's never been arrested. This is the first time he gets arrested. There's no
Yeah.
time. That just happened. Like they just looked at it now from 2016. And it's not like they looked at it in 2016. Everything's been totally cool until like 2023.
So let's say allegedly, Jennifer Lopez had something to do with it, right? With this,
With what to do?
with
Well, you
the
have to be specific.
with the shooting that he did.
This
First,
shooting in
right?
99? In 99?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
don't know a lot about it.
Could she go to jail for probable causes, or could she get time for whatever if there was something that they find maybe she lied to on the police report to cover him, to cover his story? Could she go to jail? Could she do time?
She will probably never ever do any time or be reprimanded at all. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna read the story now to see what happened, but like, no, in my experience, no one ever goes to jail. Only poor people go to jail. So we'll see about this.
There's a couple people that have gone to jail that
when it's like such extenuating circumstances that there's nothing left. You know what I mean? Or that people like us really want to see you in jail, and like a lot of them. But like, think about it. So most people get away with everything because they have money.
Yeah. Yeah.
OJ clearly killed 2 people, and they were like, "Nope, you're good," because you had the
That's
best team. You had the best team in the world. Could she be implicated? I don't know. Let's see what happened in this case, and I'll give you my analysis. So he's taken into custody in September. Obviously, we know that, and then with a spotlight on rappers allegedly years of criminal activity, Diddy pleaded not guilty to the charges. Moses Shine Barrow, reminded the world of another dark day in Diddy's history. So Shine spent more than 8 years in prison after he then mentored Diddy and Diddy's then girlfriend Jennifer Lopez. They were involved in a shooting at the New York's nightclub in 1999 after an argument broke out, shots fired, and 3 bystanders were injured. Shine was accused of shooting the injured parties. So we know that Shine did 8 years already for this, right? Though he has always maintained that he has fired into the air. One injured witness, Natanya Rubin, testified in 2001 that she saw Diddy fire a gun. Shine was ultimately convicted on charges of first-degree assault, reckless endangerment, and criminal possession of an illegal weapon, while Diddy was not found guilty of 4 weapons-related charges and bribing his driver to claim ownership of his gun. Do you see what I mean? He had his own charges. If you have enough money, you own the police as well. Everyone knew that all along. I was the fall guy. Shine said the shooting during the 2024 press conference that everyone knew that was the story. I maintain my innocence. Shine maintains his innocence. He does 8 years, and he was the fall guy. Just like Diddy's today is the fall guy for all of these bigger picture people. He was the fall guy. Shine was the fall guy for Diddy. Like, you have to, like, this is your gun, bro. You were driving. Like, it's like me, I don't have a license and I'm driving and I get into an accident. And I'm like, here, Rose, you're driving. You were driving, okay? And I shove you into the driver's seat and I get into the, like, come on, that's fucked up. Yeah. But I'm more important than you is what I'm saying. So see, I'm more important than you. So you have to be driving. You have to have the gun.
You've got to do this. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. I thought that was, I think we answered that pretty well. So in 1998, Shine got the attention of record producer DJ Clark Kent. While he was freestyling in Brooklyn, Kent introduced the young rapper to Diddy, who quickly signed with Shine to his label, right? Shine was forever changed after December 27th shooting at Manhattan's New York nightclub, and he was arrested, detained, and charged for the involvement. But the charges against Jennifer Lopez and were quickly went away. That's so crazy, right? So nuts. Why did they go away? They were quickly
Yeah,
traced.
it completely disappeared. That's why I was wondering. I'm like, did he do like I vaguely remember it. I vaguely remember because I remember seeing it on the news. But I didn't
99.
remember if he ever did time or if he did anything or
No,
I just
no,
remember
not Diddy.
about it because
Diddy.
that's the famous white outfit Jennifer Lopez wore that everybody was talking about with the white bandana and when that happened.
Okay. I
And
remember
so
her in white. That's when it happened. That's when she was, yeah. She wore that for him.
I don't know if she wore that. I just remember that's the outfit she wore when all the story broke. I just don't know if that's the one she was wearing
Okay.
for this nightclub or something different. But that's what I remember hearing. But I never remember hearing what happened to the outcome of this.
Here
And
we go.
it's
Crazy. I mean, I'm sorry. Finish your thought.
well, yeah,
Finish
and
your
it's the
answer.
same thing with the story of the one where he beat his ex-girlfriend. I never heard the outcome of that one either. I just remember hearing it, but I never
Don't you
heard the
see?
outcome.
But that's
It
consistent.
just
Isn't that beautiful?
disappeared.
Yeah. You never hear about it again. Even though you're
Yeah.
outraged at the moment, you're like, oh man. Well,
Yeah.
I hope he fucking gets thrown in jail for that. And you just live your life and then you find out like nothing happened. He was just living his life too. He just gave a bunch of money to somebody and he was like, make this go away.
Make
Make
this
this
go
go
away,
away.
not come back.
Of course. If I had the money, I'd do the same thing. Not that I would, but like if I was in trouble, I'd be like, here's the fucking money. I don't want to deal with this. So Shine was released from prison in 2009. It's a blessing that he's come home, Diddy said in an interview. Shortly after Shine's release. I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago and he sounded like he was in good spirits. 4 weeks after Shine's release, he was deported back to his home country of Belize.
Oh, I
Despite
didn't know he was
spending
from
much of
Belize.
his I know somebody from Belize too. Super beautiful country, but I didn't realize that he was from there. So he was deported. After spending much of his life in the United States, he moved to Brooklyn to live with his mother when he was 7, but continued to spend summers in Belize with his father. After the deportation, Shine went on to have a career in politics and is currently the leader of the opposition in the Belize House of Representatives. That's
Wow.
crazy. Yeah. Good for him. I mean, he got
Wow.
something. Yeah. I mean, after he took the fall guy he was the fall guy for this. At least get your shit together. That's fucking phenomenal. So in March
Prison
2012,
snitch, yeah.
prison can change
Agree.
people or make them horrible. Maybe he wanted
Well,
to get out of there. Maybe he wanted to get out of there and just go kill Diddy and then ruin his life further. But he didn't.
Annex says prison snitches often get put on suicide watch to keep them out of the general population.
Gonna get shanked. Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
anybody could tell. Let's say I have connections in the jail with people who are in my gang who are in jail right now. They're still loyal to me. So all I gotta say is, hey, when you see Diddy go by, that guy needs to go away. Why? Not because I care, because some guy who's really rich is telling the gang leader, make sure your guy kills the guy in prison. Absolutely. Of course.
Yeah. Now I have a question for you because I know that you follow a lot of the music industry and stuff. Like, I mean, you're more up to date
Not
than
like
me.
the gossip,
That's for
not the
sure.
gossip, not the gossip. But yeah, go for it.
Do you think he had something to do with the Tupac murder?
These are big questions. Are you asking that because you see Tupac and Biggie on the screen?
No, I'm wondering because I'm wondering if that's going to come out here in the next couple of days.
There are people that say that they already know who it is, and it's a guy that pretty much everyone knows who it is, and he was probably contracted by P Diddy at some point because he was leaving Bad Boy Records.
Okay.
Notorious B.I.G. was leaving Bad Boy Records in 1996, and he was going somewhere else. He's my favorite rapper, right? So he was just going to go on his own. He was so huge and so ridiculous, and he made so much money for P Diddy that he was like, "It's done. I'm not going to be Bad Boy anymore. I'm going to do my own thing." He could do whatever he wanted. He was at that point. He was 24 years old. He was a fucking legend at 24.
Oh, absolutely.
Best rapper. Best rapper died on March 9th. To me, no other sadness it can equal me like hearing that Biggie Smalls died. He was my favorite by far. No one has ever come back. I know that hit me hard, but yeah, it's contract. He contract, but they're never gonna trace it back because that's it. I mean, like, what are you gonna do?
That's true.
We can know all we want, but is anybody actually gonna go through with that?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's going to come out when when this goes to trial, is there something that's going to be connected or coming out or something?
Each thing has to be tried separately, so it can't be just like all the things together. Each thing has to be like, okay, this is the trial for the sex trafficking. This is the the trial for the there's got to be different. It's a lot of different allegations. It has to be each one tried differently. And
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's too old. I think it's not gonna. I think the public is satisfied enough where we kind of know who the guy is because people have come out and said it. And I don't think if he's already going down, why? Because then people are it's gonna be confirmed that people lied about it. So now that why would you say yes? Because then you're saying, okay, yeah, this guy killed it, and killed him, and we know about it. We knew about it the whole time. It's pretty much confessing you knew about it the whole time, and now you're saying, you know what I mean? So they would just not.
Mhm.
They wouldn't even address it. That's my opinion.
Okay.
They were not going to address it.
Yeah. No, that's why I was just wondering what your thoughts were on this, or do you think maybe this might come out to light? Maybe could he even be tried for something like that? If there's proof. I mean, if they've got someone, they're gonna go hard, right? Because I mean, he couldn't even do bail. They wouldn't let him even do bail.
Mhm.
Maybe is this gonna be another ongoing case that they're gonna charge him with a bunch of other things on top of it? Could this be brought up? Could this be something that they can go back and bring up this case, that case? Do you know what I mean? Like, could
But
this be like a
if they do bring it up
Mhm.
and they confirm everything, that's gonna tell us, the people, that people were in on it and they lied about it for years. So if they do that, there's no incentive for them to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because if they do
Hey,
that,
Mr. R.
what's up? So there's no incentive for them to do that. Like who uncover it for what purpose? You know what I mean? To just so cops, the DA, the judges, everybody was in on it. All it's going to say is that we were all in on it. So there's no
Yeah.
real motivation for them to do that. You know?
Yeah. Annex says he's long been gang affiliated and he definitely knows a lot.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Sorry, it's that doggy hazard behind Diddy.
Doogie Howser.
Doogie
Yep,
Howser
that's Doogie
behind.
Howser. Yeah, Neil
Is it
Patrick
really?
Harris. Neil Patrick Harris, yeah.
Oh shit.
Back there.
He could definitely roll and make a deal. Yeah.
Absolutely. And he rolls over and he goes, yeah, you know what? I'll tell you everything I know. Let me make a deal. And then that's when, what would you do if you knew that Sean Puffy Combs is in the jail and you owned him and you like, he works for you basically. Aren't you worried about him rolling over and saying everything? Right? Like,
Oh yeah.
you don't want him to spill the beans.
If you've got millions of dollars, absolutely.
No, we're talking about the people above him have billions. People above him have billions.
Yeah,
now.
billions. And now he's
So-
got somebody. Yeah.
Right. So now I'm worried because I'm the billionaire watching Puffy Combs in there knowing my secrets. So what am I going to do? I'm going to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill him so he can't talk. And this is literally the Jeffrey Epstein story, the everything story. Like canaries don't talk. Ask the mafia. Did they ever let a witness fucking go on the stand? No.
Nope.
You blow up their fucking car. You know?
Yep. No.
It's very easy. We're made of flesh and bone. It's easy to like snipe somebody. You know, it's easy to just like have them fall down a well. You know?
Yeah.
So let's see. So let's talk about
Hey,
2012
Alistair.
here. So we're still talking about the shooting, right? We're still talking about the shooting.
Mhm.
Hello,
Yes.
hello, love. So you can't
Hello,
overstate.
beautiful.
Hello, love. You can't overstate the cultural significance of what Shine and Diddy reconciliation means. Shine told XXL Mag in a statement. He said, I'm about it when it comes to them hammers. I'm about it when it comes to them hammers, yo. I'm sorry. I had to get into Ebonics mode. Thus, unfortunately, this could have ended like Tupac and Big, where what if Tupac and Big ended up like this and reconciled? They did. Tupac Big used to stay on Tupac's couch. Like they were friends.
They were best friends, right?
They were best friends at one point. But, let's celebrate the moment that we have as a historical event, a victory for hip hop and Afro and Latin American men trained to exterminate each other. It's a new day, L'chaim. So Shine and him are, I guess, cool now, right? And then Shine spoke about his time in prison. And then the entire process was devastating. 10 hours of incarceration, 10 hours is too much. So for a human being to be animalized for 10 years, there's no quick fix to that. He said, when I came out, I didn't even realize how wounded and devastated I was because I was numbed and the pain and destruction that I suffered, you know? So he also recalled how difficult it was when his mother came to visit him. My mother couldn't look at me. She would start to shake. She was in shambles. How do you recover from all that, basically, you know? And then in August of 2012, seemingly mending the fences, Shine and him took aim at Diddy and says, "You're welcome," addressing the events that led him to incarceration. So, like, he's telling him, like, okay, well, you're welcome. After 10 years of jail, I guess this is what got me, which is, you know, and now you don't give a fuck about me. You've just used me as a fall guy. You're welcome. But everybody knew that already, you know? So,
Yeah. So what Gosh Dad is talking about here, the Johnson Johnson is in on it. That's a whole lot of baby oil. What he's for sure, what he's talking about is one of the things they've confiscated from his house was over 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
is that right? Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, so that's why he's Gosh Dad saying Johnson Johnson, but we aren't there yet. But just kind of to give you a headlights on what the Johnson Johnson joke is there.
Headlights. Oh my God.
That's
We're not going in any order either. We're not going in any
Yeah.
order. But what? Just to finish up, because she was talking about the shooting and
Yeah.
the the 1999 shooting and why Diddy didn't go down. Diddy didn't go down because Diddy never does do nothing in the eyes of the law. It's always somebody else. He's always shoving a gun at someone. He's always going, you're driving the car. You get the hell out of here.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know Diddy was involved with Tupac and with Notorious B.I.G. I didn't know that he had any involvement until now recently, that this has come to light, that everybody's talking about the story, is when I
Okay.
found out he had something to do with it. But honestly, to tell you the truth, I had no clue he had an involvement with them at all until, like I said, recently.
Okay.
I always thought that he was, maybe somebody that they signed up. He was part of the record deals.
You what?
Like they had signed him to do, music for them. I didn't know he
Bad
had.
Boy Records. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, you also party with these people. It's not just like Diddy lives in an office and he just comes to see Diddy in an office. Like they go to his house, they parties, they smoke weed, like they do, like they hang. So like, yeah, they go to clubs. Anybody can get killed at a club at any moment.
Allison said Diddy didn't do nothing.
Diddy didn't do nothing. Diddy didn't do nothing. He didn't. He never does nothing. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to, so we know about the 1999 shooting with Jennifer Lopez. Shine
Yes.
took the fall for that. No one got arrested other than Shine. He did 8 years. He comes out, they mend the fences, but he says, "You're welcome." Like in a cryptic message saying, like, everybody knows it, right? We just read a fucking article about it. But now, since you mentioned Biggie Smalls, we'll move over to that. That way we can answer these questions that we have. So here's something I just found that says Notorious B.I.G.'s mother said that he was horrified by the accusations against Sean Combs, and she wanted to slap the shit out of him. In 2023, Diddy's former girlfriend Ventura filed a lawsuit. Remember the Cassie Ventura chick?
Yes.
The one that he hit. So this month, officials arrested Diddy, right? And then I'm sick to my stomach. Wallace told Rolling Stone. Christopher Wallace's mom, Notorious B.I.G.'s mom. I'm praying for Cassie. I'm praying for his mother. I don't want to believe these things that I've heard, but I've heard the hotel video. I pray and apologize while she apologizes to her. It's the same thing we just saw, but this is from the perspective of Biggie Smalls' mom, who's still with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hope that I see Sean one day and I can slap the daylights out of him, and I quote me on that. I didn't want to believe all the awful things that they said. It was embarrassing. The Notorious B.I.G. reportedly wanted to move away from Sean Diddy Combs. This is what I really wanted to read. So obviously there they are, wearing the most ridiculous outfits of all time. But that's the best rapper in the universe has ever seen, right here. I don't give a fuck what you say. Not you, but anybody else who hears it. So reportedly, B.I.G. wanted to move away from Sean Puppy Combs. He was ready to go. I'm sure he knew he was kind of weird. I'm sure he saw some weird shit happening. This is all speculation, but I'm sure at that point he was like, you know what? Appreciate the step up, but I'm done here. While Wallace, so Wallace is Christopher Wallace, right? Once had a friendly relationship with Diddy. Her son reportedly was preparing to move from the record executive, right? So that's what we talked about in the beginning. Several people close to him said that shortly before his death, Biggie was reportedly making plans to leave Bad Boy, which is what I mentioned. And some people are saying like he couldn't have that. Like you can just have his cash cow leave Bad Boy Records, you know? Like you can't just you're selling you just made one of the seminal albums, Ready to Die, which is like one of the best albums ever made, period. Regardless of genre, one of the best albums ever made. And you just can't leave, you know, that would reportedly embarrass Diddy, that would cost him millions, you know? So you just can't, you don't have your own autonomy to leave. And it says here that some believe that Biggie's deal with Bad Boy was unfair and lawyers were trying to regain control of his publishing rights. Diddy was not making this easy. So that's another thing. I'm sure he owned his rights and he was like, I'm ready to go. I want to go places. And he was not making it simple for him to get his shit, the things he's done already, his catalog of music, and go. Even though he only really had.
He might have blackmailed him at some point.
He did the ultimate blackmail, which is kill him.
Well, he silenced him.
He silenced his ass. There was nothing else to go from there. I mean, I'm sure before then, I'm sure he said, you know, this is absolutely not going to happen. And if you do this, I'll do that. Biggie, you know, and Biggie was like, oh, fuck that, boy, you know, breathing hard. Let me tell you something, Paul. You know,
I mean, it just sucks because he was a good, you know, both of them Tupac and Biggie were really good. You know,
yeah, I'm much more of a Tupac fan. I'm sorry, I'm much more of a Biggie fan than Tupac. Maybe because of where I was born.
But they were really good. I mean, they both, you know,
they were the best.
Yeah.
I don't name me better people. I don't know. Like again, I can tell you that Tupac was great, and the whole West Coast I know tells me that Biggie, the Tupac is the best, and Biggie. Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
To me, it's not close. But I just like New York hip hop as well. You know, I was never West Coast until now. But still, I come here and I don't hear anything that is better than Biggie. You know, that's just my personal opinion. The way he flowed, the way he talked about women, the way he made a song for a man, like what we want to hear, and then like he can also drop a club track for a girl. You know, Biggie, give me one more chance. Like everybody's fucking dancing to that. You know, the guys and the girls. But then he's also hard enough to fucking do it hard as shit just for the boys and go like 64 bars of like straight madness.
Well, Notorious was a big song. That was a very big, you know.
Yeah, and that was something you can dance to in the club. And
that was a big hit too, wasn't that like number?
It was so big because both women and men liked it. If just guys like it, and I'm talking about gangster rap and fucking bitches and you know putting my gun in your mouth and all that shit, you're probably not going to get a lot of girls listening to it. But if you can make that song into a song that you can dance to, now you're captivating everyone, and that's something that Biggie had above everyone. Either you're a gangster rapper or you sound like fucking gay ass Drake, which I fucking hate. I fucking hate that guy so much. I hate Drake more than I can possibly imagine. And either you sound like him.
To get you a Drake CD.
Yeah.
Just for your birthday. Just so everybody know for his birthday, you know what to give him.
Yeah, a CD. I don't even have a CD player, but bring it on. Some believe that Biggie's deal with Bad Boy was unfair. So that takes us here. So he goes, I will never give it up until I'm dead and my bones are crushed into powder. That's of the records that Biggie made, like the rights to his shit. He's like, I will never give it up. When I'm dead and my bones are crushed into powder, is when I'll give it up. So now you know how he feels about letting Biggie go. So and what does it tell you? Like obviously he orchestrated something so Biggie would not make it. It doesn't have to be him. It doesn't have to be him. You can tell people. You tell someone to tell someone. Now you're two people removed from it. Here's some money. Give that money to that guy. Give that money to that guy. You'd be a chain of people down the line. You have enough money to make it happen. Then some crackhead kills him. You know, it has nothing to do with you. You know,
that's just crazy.
Yeah. So that's what's going on with that, because Biggie was definitely a part of his crew, and Biggie was not playing, by his games. So
What a crazy world,
It's always been.
to be in. What a crazy world to be in in that connection. Like, to be in the light, but also to be someone that you potentially could take anybody you want out in seconds.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
he's in my way, get him out.
That's why people are out of touch with reality. Is how can we do that, right? We can never do that. So we can't even fathom that kind of power. But that's why people get drunk on power, because power is awesome, right? Power lets you do whatever the fuck you want. Power can remove people from your way. Power can put people in your way. Power can, I don't know, God, anything. That's why people get drunk on it, and they never want to let it go. That's why our politicians need to stay in power and never have term limits, right? Because what am I going to do? Re-enter society? I had power. What will I do with no power? And then you're like, think about it. It's like your safety blanket. Like, I can do anything. And then you've done everything for 10 years. And now what am I going to do?
Well, especially, he had two big, two of them that we know of. Who knows if there's more, that he's done, and nothing has ever outcome of it. Nothing ever happened.
More than that. Yeah, he's done more than that. But like I said, like what part of this makes me think that he's going to go down for anything? He's never gone down for anything else. But those are petty. Now we have racketeering. Now we have sex trafficking. Those are two. Racketeering is basically extortion. It's a RICO, right? RICO is what Rudy Giuliani used to back against the mafia in the 90s, and right around that's why he was called America's mayor, because he cleaned up New York City from the mafia. He cleaned it up so well that he dropped RICO charges, which is racketeering, which is what he's going down for. RICO, yeah. And then Giuliani cleaned up the whole city with RICO charges against all the mafia, which is basically extortion, basically like protection money. Think of what the mafia does, and that's basically what racketeering is. That's what he's been charged with. Now, I don't know what the depths of his racketeering is, or who he's racketeering, but he's definitely doing it, and I'm sure we're going to get more of that. Maybe depends. He might be, like, again, he might be racketeering the people that the top people don't want us to know about. So we might not. It's like Jeffrey Epstein's list. We don't have it. We know it exists, but we're never going to see it. He's mobbed up, of course. We're never going to see those things. We're down here, guys. I'm sorry to tell you, if you thought you were up here, you ain't. We're somewhere here, and then like these people are up here, drunk with power, unwilling to let it go. It was a conspiracy to keep accordion rap out of mainstream. Exactly. It was going to hit, dude. Like, it was going to be more like polka, and it was going to be revolutionary, from gangster rap to Drake to polka. It was just going to get shittier and shittier. So this is what's going on now. Okay, so let's recap. We talked about Jennifer Lopez in 1999. We talked about the Biggie Smalls connection, Tupac. Right? We talked about that. We talked about his motivations to get rid of him. I kind of want to read a little bit about what's happening right now, because I want to know about racketeering. Racketeering is a mafia thing. So it's why? Who do you think he's treating like the mafia?
Probably everybody in the industry. Like, I would assume Jay-Z.
Why?
Beyonce. From a lot of the things that have gone on in the social limelight, of what their connections are, as how big and powerful they are. It'll be interesting to see, because are they willing? You've got the Bieber, Justin Bieber.
We're gonna look at that.
His connections, Usher. Why Usher doesn't like him very much? Why did
wait? Are we talking about Jay-Z, or are we talking about P. Diddy?
I mean, all of these people, are they all going?
What do you think Jay-Z? What do you think Jay-Z does? What do you think Beyonce and Jay-Z does specifically? Do you think that they diddle little kids?
Those are allegations that have been coming out.
Do you believe it?
You know what? I don't know what to believe at this point anymore. From things I've seen, from it's kind of like, it's kind of looking. Well, I mean, that's what they talked about Jennifer Lopez. They talked about Jennifer Lopez, that she was also allegedly with younger kids.
Really?
That's something that came out into the limelight 2 days ago.
Look that up.
So these are all allegations that are coming out, and they're speaking about it. So I'm just
Wow,
wondering.
there's so many allegations. Are you sure it's allegations or just people on the internet like us going, maybe she diddled kids? You know what I
No,
mean?
these are from what I've been seeing. These are actually people that have been in those parties with them, with
Okay.
all of them. Um,
Pedophile.
so I'm just wondering, if they were at these parties, are they going to testify against him? Or are they going to testify where I don't know nothing?
Of course, I don't know nothing.
You
What do you
know,
think? Of course.
I mean, because there's a video out there of
I'm looking.
P Diddy in a wig.
Yeah,
Have you
of
seen?
course. But
Um,
but then
that
again,
they had.
also
Oh, well,
also a lot.
true.
They put a lot of black men in wigs.
It could be. I mean, that could be true.
Weird Al is not. Yeah, yeah. His brand new accordion track, bro. He kills it every time he makes a track. He kills it every time he makes a track. Okay, so J Lo's mom made it very obvious she did not want her back with Diddy. Okay. Okay. All right, but I'm looking for her to be a pedophile. I want her to be a. I want to learn about her being a pedophile. Let's see. Let's see what Newsweek has to say.
Let me see if I can
Yeah, please. If you have something.
find it here.
What Jennifer Lopez has been up to since ex-Diddy's arrest. Following the arrest of Diddy, September 16th, she appears to be keeping busy. Lopez, 55, and Diddy, 54, dated from 99 to 2001, with Lopez later citing his infidelity as a reason for their split. And in a resurfaced video from 2015, Lopez's mother, Guadalupe Rodriguez, expressed disapproval at the idea of the two reuniting. They have a brief reunions as friends and they split. However, Lopez has not commented on Diddy's arrest nor any of the active lawsuits against him. No shit, of course. That would bring, that light to her. She has, however, been keeping busy. Lopez, after 2 years of marriage and left on decent terms with each other, soon to be ex-spouses have been spotted together multiple times.
There's this
With
one.
Ben Affleck. You're talking about Ben Affleck, right?
Yeah.
Look, she was married to Ben Affleck though Lopez recently filed for divorce from Ben Affleck.
Yeah, the one right now, but they weren't married prior. They were dating and
Oh,
engaged, and when they broke it off, so they've only been married that one time.
okay.
Um,
What's the problem here? Do people just get married and just like immediately? What? You've tried this before. I don't get it.
people
Is
just
it
like to play house.
you get together, you have sex, and you're like, this is definitely what we're gonna do for the rest of our lives. It's not even close. Okay, so yeah, so this is what she's been up to. In a hotel in Beverly Hills, she's a good sport for filing for divorce. September 19th, Lopez endorsed U.S. presidential candidate Kamala Harris. Okay. Jennifer Lopez endorsed Kamala Harris. Okay. And then in the days between Lopez hard work on social media, celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, as well as promoting the Lola cocktail brand. Everything she does fails, by the way. Lopez also stars in the upcoming movie Unstoppable, biopic of Anthony Robles. In there, she plays Robles' mother, Judy. I don't know who Anthony Robles is. It's set for widescreen debut in December, which is going to flop, I'm sure. After all, she's already made headlines for a friendly conversation with Matt Damon during Unstoppable's premiere. Okay, so that's what's going on with Jennifer Lopez. Nothing about P. Diddy, nothing at all. She would be stupid to even talk about it, right?
Yeah, very stupid.
Yeah.
Trying to find here. I sent you two video clips of one was an
Where?
interview Telegram.
Okay. You can send it here too if you want the private one.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay. I'm gonna get it on Telegram. Go ahead.
And another one of P. Diddy in the wig that he's got, which is a hilarious thing.
Okay.
Let me see.
But in all fairness, I have nothing to do with these people, but I don't have to defend anybody. But I've worn wigs. I've worn wigs on Halloween.
Here says I wonder
Before Before it was problematic, I completely cross-dressed.
Nice.
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Most
Anik
people-
said,
most
I
people-
wonder how many politicians were at his parties. Yeah,
Mhm,
I wonder too.
mhm. You're right about that. Let's see if I can do this. Window. It's not going to play the music, is it? It's not gonna play the fucking sound. Share audio. To share audio, share a tap screen. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to upload it. These things have to be uploaded when it's an actual picture, like when it's a thing like you sent me. I have to actually you can upload it.
Oh,
So what you can do is save it and then upload it to StreamYard,
Let me see if I can.
where it says videos, video clips. You can upload it there.
Hold on, I have to
Work on
mute
that.
myself.
You can press right click and just press save as and just save to your computer.
Yeah. Well, it's not on my computer, it's on my phone, so I've got to.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Let me
But
see if I can
you
do
know what?
that.
Hold on. I know what I can do. Open it on my computer.
Open Telegram on your computer. That's why we use Telegram. Pro show. She is the only woman to have been voted the sexiest woman and wait. She's the only one who has been voted the sexiest woman in the world twice. Sorry. God bless. Really. I guess. La Guitarra. Nicknamed La Guitarra because her body's curved like a guitar. I mean, she was at one point really fine. I don't know about her anymore.
I
Let
don't
her go
think
look-
now. I really don't think now. I honestly don't think. I don't know. I think it's time for her to pack up and time for you to retire a little bit.
No. Well, imagine being so delusional. Everybody wants to see me. She had to stop her concert because people wouldn't go see her. Nobody bought tickets. She was doing a world tour or whatever, and like nobody gave a fuck. So they had to cancel it. Nobody cares anymore. You're not a singer. You're a dancer that was on In Living Color. Okay? You're a dancer that's on In Living Color, and you're not an actress. You're not a singer. You were pretty good at dancing at one point, and that's all you have. You don't even have a good personality. How about that? Like it's not. I mean, she was pretty good in Selena. How about that? She was pretty good in that movie.
Yeah.
You know, but other than that, I'm not sure. Don't you have enough money? That's what I mean. People work to get money to then live their lives. These people, this is their life. They need to have this. If not, they don't have a life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. I'm going to share this with you guys because it's much easier if I do it this way. This is him in his wig here.
There you go. That's better. Yep.
And I'm just vibing. So why? So we coming to you live. Diddy late nights. Where anything can happen. I'm just vibing. So why?
You know.
Some of the comments here says that's Puff Mama. Diddy feeling like a Puerto Rican in that hair. Can't wait for that Surviving Diddy documentary.
Yeah,
Williams
I mean, you
said-
know that's next now, right? You know,
You
there's going to
really-
be a documentary.
But in all fairness, you don't have to say this. In all fairness, Black people in the 70s wore their hair like that.
Mm-hmm.
Black people in the early 80s wore hair like that. Cat Williams wears his hair like that. He's not gay. And I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's, I don't know.
Lord, good
know?
Lord, never been so happy to be broke and poor. The middle class is
Really?
awesome.
It is awesome. It is awesome because we can just be normal people
Yeah.
without having to succumb to these weird things. Because the higher you go in life and the higher your ladder goes, the more you have to compromise yourself because how bad do you want it? Yeah, there was just Jerry curls. Yeah, there was Jerry curls.
Yeah.
It was so glow, baby. Feeling awesome, silky smooth, just let it shine. Coming to America when they all put their head back. You guys remember, and they get up and they have a whole so glow fucking oil patch in the back of their head. That's when comedy was good. But I digress. The higher you go in life, and like if you see somebody really making it, like really getting up their high, they've had so many talks with the people under them. Like, man, you should really change this. You should do that. You should change yourself to that. Trust me on this. You should. And then by the time you get there, you're not even how you started. People have changed you all the way up. And now you believe a whole bunch of bullshit. And now you have to compromise yourself because why wouldn't you? Don't you want that money? Don't you want that sweet, sweet money? Oh my God. And Anaconda, she should have died. I remember falling asleep in that movie. It was one of the first movies. I used to pride myself in never falling asleep in movies. I'm like, even if it's bad, let's attention. That is the first movie I fell asleep as soon as I sat down. So when I woke up, I didn't see a fucking minute of that movie. And I went to the movies to take a nap.
So do you know who Bonnie? So do you know who Bonnie is? Have you ever heard of Bonnie?
I need a little bit more information.
She's married to whoops, sorry. I don't know what that is. Turn it off. She's married to Jelly Roll.
Okay.
Jelly Roll. That's his wife right here.
I've seen him on my wife likes him.
So this is his wife. She has a podcast.
Everybody has a podcast.
Yeah, I think it's called Dumb Blondes, but she did an interview with his ex, Aubrey, and she, on this podcast, she still protects Diddy, and this is one of her interviews she did. If you want to go ahead and play it for you guys to hear, it's about a minute long, on what she talks about with him. So this is Diddy's ex here.
You guys and what has happened with you guys and stuff like that. But through all these interviews that I have watched with you, there's a side of you that still protects him a little bit.
I'm deeply in this. No interview I've done, I can even discuss how deeply in this world I'm in right now.
No, I mean, he's in some shit.
I know way more than anyone realize, and I will have my motherfucking voice had. I remember like when we first went platinum, he brought our platinum plaques out at Madison Square Garden. We were on Christina Aguilera's tour. Next day, we walk in the studio and all of us were like beaming and we were like, holy shit. And we walked in and met Diddy with, what the fuck are you bitches smiling about? Yeah, that was yesterday. What the fuck have you done today?
I've always wanted to ask you this question.
Yeah.
Do you think Diddy had something to do with Tupac's death?
I think you'll find out soon. I mean, we're already finding out, right? Keithy D came forward and said what he said.
I feel that Diddy got rid of Pac and Biggie.
And maybe others as well.
Does that scare you that you could possibly end up on one of these missing person lists because of Diddy?
The first love of my life that I was with was his DJ.
Do you think that caused jealousy with Diddy? Because he seems to be it's like he needs to have all of the attention.
I was very much groomed into having to pay attention to how I look all the time. And I was made aware of how I look all the time. My weight, my hair, my nails, my everything.
Well, do you want to be famous?
At a certain level
of
consciousness continuously.
You've been.
Yeah.
I mean, that's normal. If I'm trying to promote your ass, don't eat that Twinkie. I get that. But like, of course that was animosity. If you fucked his DJ, yeah, he doesn't like that.
Yeah. But I mean, for her to stay,
it didn't seem like he was protecting her. It didn't seem like she was protecting him at all. He kind of said that, yeah, well, we'll find out. Like she was protecting him. I don't think. It doesn't sound like very protective.
It's not like she's, you'll find out soon enough.
No, she's not saying anything because she can't implicate herself. Like if you know something and you don't say it, you're not coming forth with information. That's also illegal. So she can't implicate herself.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't do it either. I'd be like, I don't know. You'll find out. Even if I knew, because I don't want to go to jail for knowing anything. Everybody's protecting themselves.
It's just crazy. It's crazy to me to think that all this stuff is going on, and you know what I mean? It's just, who would have thought?
Everybody.
All the shit behind the scenes.
Everybody's been yelling at it. Everybody's been saying for years, like, yo, this is some crazy shit. Some crazy shit, guys. What's happening here? Why is nobody looking at this? And nobody looks at it because the highest people in the land are a part of it. And it's nobody's interest to look at it. Like, why would we look at it? I'm sure that a couple years from now, maybe if you're right, Jay-Z and Beyonce are implicated for diddling kids, both of them together. And you're like, who would have thought? We did.
Yeah.
We did. Because people memory hole everything. And they're like, no, that couldn't have happened because we like them. We like those people. You know how many people love Beyonce?
Well, and now
absolutely adore Beyonce, like so much. It doesn't help anybody. Like they'll stop buying records. People will boycott her. Like it's in nobody's interest. for people not to like Beyonce.
But there's a lot of people that don't like Jay-Z either. I mean, you got like, doesn't he have beef with 50 Cent? Doesn't he have beef with I thought it was 50 Cent, the Brat, I think it was too. Didn't he have, I mean, doesn't he have beef with a lot of people? Isn't it just
It's possible. Just I don't like you doesn't mean you're doing anything illegal. You know what I mean?
but I mean, well, they say even Usher, because they say, even Usher had beef with him, and Usher, this is why Usher kind of took Justin Bieber under his wings because of what he saw, they say. Like I said, these are stuff that I've seen allegedly. And this is why Justin Bieber went with Usher to make him to where he's at now.
I mean, I guess I don't know enough about that. I brought up this to read about what's going on with Justin Bieber, but I just, again, not liking people and it being illegal is two different things. Like, it could look ugly, right? It could, like I said, like I think last week when we talked about an old man with two kids, like, who go on vacation with the two kids to go diddle him,
Mhm.
So the next time I see a fucking granddad at an airport, I'm gonna think differently. Now,
Yeah.
I'm like, is he gonna go diddle him or is he the granddad? That ruins me to think, okay, there's no longer a place where that couldn't be the case, where an old man could go diddle two kids. It can be. We already know that, right? That's
Yeah.
illusion shattered, right? Now we have to go move on with that information. So there's definitely a place where Justin Bieber can look like he was going to get diddled, or like, we could hate to see that video today, but did he really do anything wrong? We don't know that. We have to wait to see. And it's whatever
Yeah.
they tell us. We have no idea if it's even really real, what they're suppressing, none of it. That's the
Yeah.
issue.
Pretty much a lot. There's just so much allegations going on that none of us really know.
There are allegations, and then they're like, I don't like that guy. And that's not an allegation. That's just, I don't like that guy. You know what I mean? So we have to discern what is an allegation and what is, like, what's really going on here. Is that, like, is it just because you don't like him, or is it because he really did something horrible while the kid was underage? We don't know.
Yeah. No, agree. It's just crazy. So now, let's see. So Justin Bieber, I know he came out with a song kind of,
Yeah.
in a song kind of stating, things about what, the party at Diddy's house, I don't know if you've heard the song. There's like little jabs.
I will never hear a Justin Bieber song. Never ever.
Bieber didn't go off the rails for no reason. Yeah, I agree too. I don't think he went off the rails for no reason. I think there was more to why he acts the way he does and what happened to him. Which, it'd be like another Amanda Bynes, just like that. He's got trauma. That kid's got a lot of trauma.
Yeah. I mean, surely something happened, but we just don't know what.
Yeah.
Maybe he saw parties. I mean, I was privy to a lot of things in Miami that made me grow up really, really fast. Really, really fast. Am I traumatized? Yeah. But it's more important when Justin Bieber's traumatized. You know what I mean?
Well, no, but I mean, everybody takes it different. You were able to brush it off and move forward.
No, it wasn't. Oh, I'm deeply fucked by it. But who's gonna listen? Who cares? I'm not Justin Bieber. I can't sing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about my trauma. It's just about this guy's trauma. That's important, because like you don't think you understand. Millions of girls love Justin Bieber. Love. And would he have done that without the trauma? We don't know. We don't know. Could he have made those beautiful songs that everybody loves without the trauma? We have to think about that. What if he was just never left to his own devices? He probably would have not made songs. I don't know. Who knows? Probably passed around like a party favor. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Let's find out. I just have to present both sides of it, because I just can't go in and be like, well, and you know me, to a certain extent, I'm going to tell you, after the first time, I'll give you the first time. The first party, maybe they diddled him everywhere. He was spit roasted, crucified, put in every single, fine, I'll give you one night. After that, if you go back, you like it. Or you really want to be rich and you're going to put up with that.
Yeah.
Period. I'll go back. If my ass hurts, I'll be like, Mom, they fucked my ass, and I will know, and then that's it. Call the fucking cops. Obviously, the cops aren't going to do shit because it's P. Diddy, right? But at least you're not going to go back there. and you have morals and you like your asshole intact. If you go back there and you stay there, it's because you want your career to take off. You're willing to put up with these things. There's a certain level of that. I'm sorry. There just is. That's real. That's real life. Kids are not that. Kids are innocent, but to the point where, why didn't you say anything? Oh, well, because I didn't want him to get in trouble. I really wanted to be a star. All of those things fucking matter, you know? Oh my God, Madonna. God, you imagine Madonna's 65-year-old ass just like heaving on top of you, like those fucking face just sweating and then, ugh.
Yeah, or blackmail him by threatening him. Yeah.
Yeah, just blackmail or just do something. I'm not sure, and actually, if we're talking about that, but like, you have power now. Things have happened to you. You know, I mean, even if they tell you never talk about this, like, okay, fine, but I'm gonna fucking talk about this. I don't care what happens. You're not gonna fuck my ass. How about that? Whatever happens, you're not gonna pass me around like a party favor to your friends. It's not gonna happen. You know, R. Kelly, right? The girls getting peed on. R. Kelly, right? He pees on girls. I lost audio.
Sorry, I must have clicked mute for a minute.
So
that was me.
R. Kelly pees on girls, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I never heard of that.
He pees on women. He went to jail because he peed on girls who were like 15 years old. Peed on them. Pee. He takes his pee out and he literally runs a stream of urine on top of girls.
That's disgusting.
Isn't it? If you were a girl, wouldn't you just move to the side and not get peed on?
But what if you're under the influence of something?
Oh, okay.
You won't, you're not fast enough to react when you're under the influence to move to the side and be like, oh, you know what I mean? You're going to get shit on you. And
what about tomorrow when you come back? You think you're going to get peed on?
Oh, hell no, I wouldn't come back.
People came back. People come back. It's not just people want to advance their lives. And these are people, I would tell you right now, I would get peed on because that's how much I want to advance my life. I would sit there and I would get peed on to get money. That's me because I've decided as a grown man, I want to get peed on. But there are people who are just like, I don't like this. Let me move out of the way. I don't like this. This will never happen again. Why do you come back tomorrow?
Everyone has a price, laughing out loud.
Thank you very much. It's what I've been saying for fucking months. Everyone has a price and everyone's trying to get ahead. Because you know what? If you pee on me once and I get enough money, I don't have to get peed on anymore. And I can tell people I can pee on people now.
Oh, sorry. There's no price for someone to disrespect me. There's just no.
Everybody has a price. I have a price and I just told you mine.
Yeah, that's not my price.
I'll get peed on right now. I'll get peed on right now. Somebody pee on me, please. I beg you, someone please pee on me.
So there you go, folks. Now you know what AC wants. Someone just
Everyone has a price. Every single person has a price. And I if you're real with yourself, you would know that you also have one. Because there's bullshit. I will never get disrespected. Sure. I'll never get disrespected for $5. I'll get disrespected for 5 million.
I wouldn't.
Bullshit.
I'm sorry.
10 million. You might have a high price. That doesn't mean you don't have a price.
I wouldn't do it. Nope. Okay. I'm sorry. I just wouldn't.
Okay.
There's
I'm not going to play the game with you because we're going to take it to a point
no,
where like,
but I'm telling you,
no.
I would not. I'm telling you right now, there is no price that a man to disrespect me at any level. No, I will not do it. I would rather be poor and be happy than how once had somebody to disrespect me and my views and my values than that. No.
But that's it. All you have to do is one time and then you have the power to never to happen again with a lot of money. Maybe you say that because you have money. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
There's no, for me, there's no price to be disrespected.
Very noble. Very noble. There's definitely have a price. I definitely have a price. I definitely do. I don't know what that is yet. I need to see the suitcase and I need to see the stipulations of it. But like $50,000, you know what I would do for $50,000? I would put myself on all fours and shove my ass in the air. Whatever you want. Like $50,000 can change my life exponentially. It doesn't always involve money.
It doesn't always involve money. I don't
know.
know.
Yeah. But I mean, eventually it all revolves around everything's money. So are you talking about fame? That brings money. You're talking about power? That brings money. You're talking it's always about money. Doesn't matter how you frame it. Money is always in the back of everything. And since that is real, money is a thing, everyone can be corruptible. Everyone can be corrupted at any time. And just because you say that you'll never be, that's not a court of law kind of a thing. It's just like, yeah, okay, sure.
Well, that's just me.
I know.
Maybe for somebody else, it could be
Sure.
different. I'm not,
Sure.
for somebody
But
else,
no,
there could be a price. But for me, I don't care what it is. I'd rather be poor.
right. But that's just you saying that.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying that you're lying. What I'm saying is that people will
No,
be like,
I know that.
like me, be like, well, you know that.
I've
but you
gone
can't
through.
prove
I know
that.
that because I've gone through it. I've had
Sure.
people throw money at me and say, "Hey, would you do?" No,
How
I've
much
had
money?
people ask me a lot,
A lot.
and no, there is no price. I've had that thrown at me.
You're the only
No,
one. You're the only one that would not do it.
sorry. You know what?
Congratulations. You
For
you
me,
cracked the
there's just
code.
no price.
You cracked the
Well,
code.
for the code for me in my standards, not for everybody else, just for me. For me, that's something that I would not do to disrespect myself in any way, shape, or
Well,
form. No. For
well,
somebody else, for another woman or another man, that could be something different. That could be, you know what, that's what they want. But I know for me personally, no. No.
okay.
Absolutely not.
And there's a million shades of like disrespect. Like we're not going to go through all of them, but like what you might think is disrespectful is not disrespectful to me, right?
Yeah.
So I can be like, oh shit, yeah, I'll do that. That's not disrespectful to me. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. Great. Give me my money. So you might think we're very different people. So you might think something's very
Yeah.
disrespectful, and I don't. So
Yeah.
there's that. There's that. It's personal.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, and also that comes down to also personal. What are
Mhm.
your thoughts and beliefs and what what you think is best? Doesn't mean it's the same thing I think. No,
Right.
it could be anything different from anybody.
Mhm. Yep. And it's subjective. So that's how money works. What might motivate me doesn't motivate you. And
Mhm.
maybe something that you are willing to be bought about with not disrespect, like maybe there's a business opportunity or something else you can make money from. That's also being like, okay, cool, I'll buy into that. So you're buying into that. It doesn't have to be like sexual, it doesn't have to be like overly disgusting, but everybody does have a price, even in business and many different things. Like, oh shit, that's a business I can't pass up. You are compromising.
Yeah, but that's different. A business is different from
No.
someone peeing all over you and
Oh, okay.
disrespecting you. I
Okay.
mean, that's something different.
That's a price.
A business there's business asset which is different from the point of view of someone disrespecting you.
What if nobody ever knew or would ever know in what way you got this money?
I still wouldn't do it.
You would know that you would feel the pee on you every day.
No. Just the thought of something, no, I would never do it.
Okay. I had a pet pee on me once. I still want to become a celebrity. I've had a pee right in my hands. Come on. But it wasn't like R. Kelly cat. That's the problem. R. Kelly is but that's my point. So to a certain extent, not you, but everyone has a price, apparently, because those people keep coming back. So Justin Bieber came back to be a star every day, even though he was going to those parties and stuff. No one took him out. Like, whatever.
Well, but he was a kid though. I mean, he was like what?
So
Wasn't he like
14.
13? He didn't have a say.
Of course he has a say. Tell my mom, I don't want to go fucking back there. They fucking rape me. If you send me back, they're gonna rape me.
No, didn't if I'm not mistaken, didn't P. Diddy have full custody of him? Didn't his mom and dad sign custody over to him?
I don't care. I'd be like, Mom, they're raping me. Are you gonna lead me? I'll record it. Like, I don't know. Tell somebody like, yo, they're raping me. I constantly be saying, they're raping me, or they're raping me. Like they would never be able to shut me up if I didn't want that to a certain level. I'm sorry. I would shut down in a ball. Like, I don't know what
But I mean, but just look at all the other young people, like the show we did about Nickelodeon, these young girls that they felt like they couldn't talk until now that they're older and
Why
spill on
couldn't
the
they talk?
beans.
Why couldn't they talk? What's the real reason? Because they don't want to disrupt their show.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, but what if this kid, if like I said, if P. Diddy had full custody of him,
Mhm.
right?
Is it
As
still
what they
legal
say
for is it illegal for your guardian to rape you?
he's a legal guardian of him.
Should,
Who do you tell? You don't
the
have parents
police.
anymore.
The police. I'd run away down the street as fast as I could, and I would find a cop and be like, "They're raping me in that house."
What if they're in on it too? I mean, just look at Scientology.
Then
You
shit
know,
yourself. Then shit yourself and crawl into a ball. So nobody wants to fuck your ass.
I
Shit
mean,
yourself and go
who
like
do
this.
you go if you think everybody is against you, and if that's something they put in
I
your
would
head as a
try.
mentality?
I would try because I knew inherently this is wrong, and I shouldn't be passed around at a party. Inherently, this has to be wrong. I
Well,
don't like
that's
the
why they
feeling.
say Usher took him under his wings, because apparently that's what they say, that Usher took him under his wings
So Usher
because of
saved
all this stuff.
Usher saved
Up-
him.
That's what they say. I don't, like I said, I don't know very much of the story, but that's what they say. That Usher took him under his wings.
The Nickelodeon thing is even worse because so many people are letting it happen. People want to be rich. People want to be rich.
Yeah.
It's hard for you to understand because you live in a certain way. Other people are willing to do anything to have anything. People have nothing. They're destitute. And they're like, I want to be rich and famous. It's all I care about every day. However it comes, I'll do everything. Anything. Look at OnlyFans. Look at anything. It's the most popular thing in the whole fucking world. People are making $50 million from, from sticking shit in your puss. Like, people are willing to do anything you put in front of me. And worse than that, OnlyFans is tame compared to the things that are out there. There's chicks rolling around in shit for money. You know what I'm saying? Getting vomited on. There's things like that. Like, people have those kind of fetishes. Yeah, absolutely, people are willing to do this tame shit. Of course. At least I don't have to, eat dog vomit while a guy jacks off on me. That's the reality of it. So people have those kind of fucking weird fetishes. Actually, this is tame compared to the things that people have to go through. Ugh. I just threw up in my mouth.
Sorry, went down that rabbit hole. Let's talk about Justin Bieber and P. Diddy here.
Oh, God. So their friendship began when Justin's career skyrocketed as a teenager. And then, of course, this week when P. Diddy, whose real name is Sean Diddy, it's so hard for me to say his name. Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy. I hate that he changed his name. I hate it. Puffy was easier.
I think he changed his name like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. It's awful. And he settled on the worst one. Robin Tarnofsky made a decision following the nearly 2-hour hearing where prosecutors and the musician's lawyer debated whether he should be incarcerated for until his trial. And then the judge sided with the argument with the U.S. Attorney's Office that Combs pleaded not guilty to racketeering and conspiracy and sex trafficking charges yesterday afternoon, with his lawyers offering $50 million for bail and house arrest. Because he can do that. He can pay $50 million. Judge Tarnofsky listened to both sides, and the court officials, it was decided that Combs should be detained and not because he's a flight risk. He's going to definitely get on a flight and go. Okay, so about Justin Bieber now, worries that are mounting for baby singer Justin Bieber. He's 30 years old, who is said to be deeply disturbed.
Baby.
Yeah, right.
He's married and a kid, but he's still baby.
I'm a baby. I hate how they fucking treat these people. Who is said to be deeply disturbed by the news that P. Diddy's sex trafficking charges. The pair have been linked since early days of Justin Bieber's career. He was 15 when he signed with Usher's label and was mentored by the Caught Up hitmaker. So what I'm understanding is that he was always signed to Usher, and then he brought him to P. Diddy. So Usher brought him to P. Diddy.
Okay.
Didn't save him. Around this time, a video that was labeled creepy on the internet featured Diddy and Justin, that were a music mogul, claimed that he was given custody of Justin Bieber. So you're right about that. He was given custody. He signed to Usher, and I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did this. Right. So P. Diddy had legal guardianship of Usher, and then Usher got Bieber. So he's actually like his grandson in the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Because he was mentoring Usher, and then Usher was like, let me get this kid who's really good. And look at them. They made millions and millions of dollars. So I don't have any legal guardianship of him, Bieber, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me, and we're going to go full crazy, Diddy said in the video. Ooh. The two seem to start spending more and more time together after that video. However, these things appeared to change as Justin Bieber's career continued to skyrocket. 2 years later, another video surfaced with P. Diddy and Justin, where Diddy asked Justin if he didn't hang out with him anymore. Diddy tells the 17-year-old, you're starting to act a little different, huh? You ain't been calling me. You're not hanging out where we used to. Oh, God. He's jealous. Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, all of my, partners and whatnot. You've been really got my number. So what are you doing? Like what, you don't call me back, This is like a boyfriend and girlfriend fighting. Sources now allege that the new father, Justin, who welcomed his son, Jack Blues, oh God, with his wife, Haley, this summer has been left rattled by the accusations made against Diddy. Bieber's also disturbed that the Diddy news is unwilling to process it or discuss it. He's just shut off. So many people who try to make him who he is, very close to Diddy, and has completely thrown him. Justin hasn't responded at all, so he's not going to. So he hasn't responded. He can't talk about it. He's closed up. And he had a long break from Diddy when he believed that most of him took his place and had distanced himself from him. He was featured on Diddy's most recent album, and he's known any of this, he wouldn't have done it. So kind of proves my point a little bit. He was just on his fucking album. You know what I mean? After all that shit that you did to me, it's so serious and so fucked up that you fucked me over and I'm psychologically fucked, and then I invite you to be on my album. You're on mute again, I believe.
Sorry. I said that's just crazy how fast they move on. You know,
Not moved on. It's like we're done. How much money does this represent for me? Okay, we'll bring the guy in. We'll I don't have to hang out with him. Just do the verse, do your singing on it, and then that's it. Like, no one cares about anything. What they care about is being in power. They care about is being rich and famous. That's what they care about. Everything else has a price on it. Like, if he hated him so much and he was so traumatized by the guy, why be on his album? I wouldn't have anything to do with that fucking guy anymore.
I'm wondering if he's going to testify against him.
No, he says no. He says, like, I don't want to even think. He's not even processing it, much less testifying. That would put him on some kind of a target. You know, like,
when was this put out? Was this recently or was this before?
This was one day ago, yesterday.
A day ago. Okay.
Yeah. He's really upset. He's really, really upset about the things he did before, and he was traumatized and things like that. And then now
maybe he just wants to forget and move on. You know,
Okay.
I mean, maybe he didn't have a choice. Maybe it was producer said, you know what, you need to have him on. Maybe that could be it. I mean, who knows what goes on in their little bubbles over there? Do you know what I mean? Because it's a bubble. Let's be honest.
Look.
It is a bubble in their own little world.
That's right. Look, see.
You know.
So Sean Combs' case reportedly shattered Justin Bieber. This has shattered him. Why? Why has that shattered him? Why, if he goes down, why isn't that a good thing? The Canadian singer who viewed Combs as a mentor is deeply disturbed. Why? You knew he was doing this. Why are you deeply disturbed? Amid the chaos surrounding Diddy's arrest.
Yeah, but are these things coming out of his mouth? Or are these things that just
These
this is just a news reporter just, you know, I mean, you know, the
They can't put things in his mouth. If it's quotes, they can get sued for that. You know? Like there's limits to the line, because they can't just say like complete slander. They can't do that. They can spin something, but they can't just. I mean, what's in it for them? I get it. They lie for Trump because they don't want to be Trump to be president. But this, I don't know who would put words in Bieber's mouth. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Bieber's keeping AQs coming up again and again.
So what is P. Diddy being charged for? Do you have by any chance what exactly is he being charged for now? Like what? Because he is in prison.
Mm-hmm.
We know he is in prison. We know that he could not get bail. The judge denied him bail because they also thought, I think, he was a flight risk. We know that he got caught with, or one of the things that confiscated from his house was like over 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Why do you have a bunch of baby oil?
I have a good amount, but not probably not enough.
I mean, is it going to be gone just like the toilet paper toilet or toilet paper?
Yeah, people.
I want to know why. I want to know why.
Disturbing. She's deeply shaken. Justin Bieber, pobrecito, deeply shaken. Let's see. Did he place on suicide watch? Let's check this out. Oh, this is Fox 5 New York. Diddy Combs has reportedly been placed on suicide watch inside a special housing unit in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. So remember, this is where Jeffrey Epstein was kept.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure that this is where it's
I
at.
thought it was close by, but I didn't know it was this one. Oh, okay. That's news to
Even
me.
if it's close by, it's in the same vicinity. So
Yeah.
you have to saw it, right? Like what's up here, right?
Yeah.
This comes after he was denied request for bail. So this is to answer your question: charges of
Yes.
racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking, along with a slew of illicit crimes in federal
Okay.
sex trafficking case.
What is racketeering conspiracy?
So remember I explained the RICO charges?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
So that's what it's called, racketeering?
RICO, yeah. So Rudy
Okay.
Giuliani back in the day. Let's look at it. Racketeering is a type of organized crime in which persons set up a coordinated scheme or operation to repeatedly and consistently collect a profit. Right?
Okay.
So extortion is a type of racketeering. You give me this, or I'll do this. Right? A quid pro quo. You do this, I won't do this. I'm extorting you. I'm blackmailing you. Remember when the
Okay.
guy on the internet was like, "Hey, give me $250, or I'll fucking
Mhm.
leak this picture I made of you and this big ass dick next to you." I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Okay, that's racketeering, right?" Now, because there's an organized ring of them, there's several people making this happen.
Okay.
Exactly. Just the same, bro. You know how many people want to get him back for that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna
And
start
how many
ordering.
people in New York would love to get him back for Biggie? Of course.
Absolutely.
So that's what racketeering is. Racketeering is a conglomerate of people that get together like the mafia. That's why it was RICO. And they set up these schemes like I don't know, you ever watch The Sopranos?
Yeah.
So The Sopranos, you know, they had a whole thing with waste management. They had a whole racketeering thing with like we own a waste management company and we skim off the top, you know, like we make it look just enough so it's legal. That's racketeering because they're all in it together and there's a monthly, like month over month profit to have. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yes, that makes sense now.
Okay.
I was thinking Ratatouille, you know, maybe some. Just kidding. I'm just
Right,
kidding.
of course. If it sounds like it, that's what it is. Of course. I'm so hungry.
Alex said, "I bet he doesn't make it to trial one way or another." Oh,
He's not gonna make
yeah.
it, dude. No, of course not. He's gonna get fucking Jeffrey Epstein. Everybody knows it. He just is. So getting back to this. So we know what racketeering is now. He was denied his bail. Racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking with a slew of illicit crimes inside the federal trafficking case, which we can always speculate. But let's see, for Diddy's safety, oh gosh, keep going back to this guy in front of an Israel flag. Okay, so for Diddy's safety, the rapper has been kept in a special housing unit away from the general population. He likely could be a target in prison for several reasons, right? Given his celebrity stature and the nature of his allegations and everything he's done. He's really high profile and he's done so much to.
You don't think they'll make like, you know, they'll make a thing out of him, like, you know what,
An
somebody's
example?
got to go. Yeah, an example.
That's what a
Out of
patsy is.
Diddy.
That's what
But I
that's
mean,
what a fall guy
but I
is.
mean, like he's, you know, but I mean, like really make an example of P. Like PD's going to, you know, because he's well known for
Yeah.
one, and but now he's really going to do time or, you know, or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, they're gonna
because
throw
they
the
did.
book.
Yeah, because they did deny him bail, which
Mhm.
I thought he was gonna get out. I literally, honestly, I thought he was gonna get out within 24 hours. Like, oh, he's gonna get out. He's gonna pay his bill and he's out.
No.
You know, and
Because the higher ups have already said it's okay to do that. Like it's okay. Show the public that this is the guy that they want. Knowing that the guys above them is the guys that they want. You understand? Like
gotcha. Yeah.
it's not him. He doesn't run the shit. He doesn't run the shit. He has a nice house. He's rich enough where it could look like it's him, but it's not him.
Mhm.
He's just enjoying the benefits of it, right? And enjoying being rich, allowed to be in his situation, allowed to express himself sexually the way he wants. And on top of it, he never knew he was going to have to be the fall guy, but they know. The guys up here know that if anything goes wrong, we're going to blame it all on him. That's why now it's very sensitive to not say too much now, because you never want to let them know who really runs the show. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And now they've said like, okay, it's okay to throw the book at him, make an example of him, do it. But he's not the real guy you want. He's a scumbag, but he's not the guy who runs the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's someone still higher. There's somebody still higher than him.
Several people, absolutely. He's not rich enough or powerful enough to run be the reason why we have sex trafficking. We don't. He's just not. He's not the reason. No way. If he went down, watch, sex trafficking still happens, right? No,
Yeah.
there's a much bigger ring of much more powerful people than P. Diddy that absolutely have their hands in all the pies. It's not him, but he's a patsy, right?
Mhm.
He's a patsy. It's good to have these guys around because they can take the fall. This is my opinion, right? See if anybody agrees with me there. You can't. Let's see. So, report says that the feds are talking to 2 sex workers about their encounters with Diddy. The feds are working with 2 sex workers. Okay. So the worker reportedly says that they are willing to tell the story about the interaction with P. Diddy happened in 2014. You can't, as a prosecutor subpoena, or forced to witness to come on. You can't come speak to you in the office. Criminal attorney Jeremy Saland explains. But you have to speak in front of the grand jury. So you can't just come and tell me. You have to speak in front of the grand jury. But it doesn't bode well. It's not a good thing if you're on the Combs team, you know. How is Diddy doing? You care about that?
No. Just kidding. I'm pretty sure someone might care. Someone might care, but no. You know what?
To preface, he's
Your shit.
sure. Started eating shit, bro. Fucking hate you. He's got a strict routine. TMZ reports that his celebrity status and the allegations this could bring unwanted attention from the inmates. He's become a target because, like we've been told, the badge of honor to inflict someone some violence on Diddy. Like, if you're in there and you're like, and you inflict damage on Diddy, you're famous now, right? They have nothing in jail. They have nothing.
Yeah.
You play cards. Could you imagine saying like, yeah, oh, let's play cards with the guy who fucking killed Diddy? That's a big thing, you know.
He'll be another
world.
Wade.
Of
another
course.
Wade. Another one there.
And then where is he? Combs. He was sent to MDC on Tuesday, a place where it's been described as hell on earth. Okay, so that's good. It's also called the ongoing tragedy. Fuck. Sorry, guys. It's also called the ongoing tragedy. Oh, there's the baby oil. We're gonna talk about
it. There's the baby oil.
So, it's called hell on earth.
I wonder if Jonathan and Jonathan's going, fuck you, Diddy.
No, they love it. Why fuck you? They're probably getting free plus. Like everybody knows. Everybody knows what baby oil does. Is it a secret? Like it makes everything slick and nice? No, of course not. Everybody knows what's up. No, baby Johnson. Any publicity is good publicity now. You know how many people want to go buy something now because it's in their mind? So many. So the facility, the only one in New York jail, the only federal New York jail in the city, has been plagued by problems since it opened in 1990. In recent years, its condition has been so stark that some judges have refused to send people there because it's so fucked up. It's also been the home to a number of high-profile inmates, including R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, Michael Cohen.
Wow.
Federal magistrate ordered him to be jailed without bail as he awaits trial. Combs asked the judge Wednesday if he could wait his trial in his luxury home in an island near Miami Beach instead of the grim federal jail. He was denied that request. I know exactly where he lives. He lives on Star Island, next by J-Lo, and I used to pass his house every day. It's not a secret. Of course you want to stay on Star Island. Yeah, it overlooks your marina. It's beautiful. Yeah, be jailed there. Yeah. I'll have the girls that come to me. Of course. And let's talk about baby oil. During the March search of his LA and Miami homes, law enforcement seized narcotics, videos, 3 AR-15s with defaced serial numbers, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. They say were freak-off supplies. Okay? Freak-off supplies. His employees would allegedly ensure that the freak-offs were stocked with baby oil, linens, and lighting. Nice. So I'm sure there was KY in there. There was baby oil. There was, all types of flavored and scented lubes,
Yeah.
Why not? I can't front and say like I wouldn't have that. If I was rich, I'd be like, yeah, I want like a sex closet so I can have, with all my sex things in it. Why not? Now I have money to have a sex closet. The problem is he was doing it with all types of underage and bringing underage people to him. But having a sex closet in and of itself is not horrible.
It's just crazy.
I knew you would say that.
I'm still like, I'm shocked on the things they found, and and they denied him bail. Like I said, I honestly thought he was going to post bail and he was going to be probably sitting at home, nice, watching TV while all this was going on. I didn't think that the judge was actually going to deny him. I honestly didn't.
Well,
You know.
the judge was told it was okay to.
So
if they didn't want him to be indicted, someone would tap the judge on the shoulder and say, "Listen, you can't really have that. And when you get home today, there's going to be another story on your house." And people are going to go, "Oh, okay, you got it."
Now, do you think how much time do you think he's going to get for this? If he were to do time, if he, let's say allegedly he were to do time, because we don't know, he might not do anything, we don't know. But if he were to do time, how much do you think he would get? Like, do you think he would get 20, 30, 40 to life? Like, I mean, he didn't kill.
He's 54, so if anything past a 30-year sentence is a death sentence, right?
Is it going to be like Bill Cosby? Is he going to get like that much sentence? I wonder how much time like he's going to get.
I don't. Based on the evidence, I would have to know how many kids he raped. If he literally brought kids to be raped, like those are different allegations. I don't know. I need to know more time. At least, I don't know. Yeah. 20 years, at least for the racketeering, because even then we don't know exactly what kind of racketeering. We know these charges, but we don't know why he was racketeering, who was racketeering.
Yeah.
If good, it's like around 15 to 20 at least for the racketeering. So I don't know if it comes out that these kids are actually being, routed to his home, and then if he supplies these kids to other people, that's serious shit. That you're probably gonna get the rest of your life in jail. But remember, he's really rich. He's really rich, so he can also do a plea deal. He can also say that he said he was not guilty, but he can also say, you know what, I am guilty, and I'll take the deal, and maybe do 10 years in jail and get out, because he has a lot of money. So like, he can make that happen. He also has the best lawyers in the business, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
That matters. That matters a lot.
Yeah, it matters a lot. A whole big deal. Mm-hmm. Who you got behind you?
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on with P. Diddy right now. How long have we been on?
Yeah. We've been on for almost. We've got 15 minutes left of our 2 hours. So yeah, and for all of you guys listening, what are your thoughts on it? What do you guys think? What are your how much time do you think he's going to get? Do you think, or is he going to do any? Do you think he's going to walk? Do you think they're going to make an example of him, and he's actually going to do a hard time? They made it out of Bill Cosby. They've done it, out of these older people, that all this came out of. Do you guys think that the same thing will happen to him? It'd be very interesting to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Or
do you think are you cynical like me and think nothing and think everything is already played through, by these rich people? Do you believe the judges can be bought off? Do you believe that they're allowing this to all happen now? Is he a patsy? Is he a fall guy? I'd love to know if people agree with me, because I don't think
I'm in between.
Without...
I'm in between. I'm gonna be honest. I agree with you, right? But my mind, like I agree, like my mind says, I agree with you, because there's always going to be someone with more power that's always going to come down, right? I agree with you with that. But my mind wants to play where, because the way the media is playing it, that they're going to make an example out of him. Like I said, like what they did with all these other people. But my mind agrees with you. Like I
agree with both things you said.
Yeah.
I agree with both things. I think they're going to make an example of him, because they're allowing him to be made an example of. If they didn't want them to, if he didn't want to go down, he wouldn't. But somebody has to go down. Somebody has to, because now people like us are aware of it, and we're like, "What's up?" And they have to do that, because if they don't go down every once in a while, then we start to think, they're not going to do anything to me, and then we start getting crazy. They can never have us crazy. They can never have us radicalized, because that means we're not working. We're not doing what they need to do. Like we're at a certain level where we have to do. We're cattle, basically. We're cattle. Like we have to herd the cattle to where they have to go to make money for the people who are up there. And then every once in a while they throw us a bone to be like, yeah, there's justice.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh, see, there is justice. Like, and then you're like, oh shit, I never thought he would go down, and then he does, and you're like, oh well, there is justice.
Yeah.
No, there isn't.
I don't think he's going to last much longer, and it's not like he can go into witness protection if
Right.
he rolls on his buddies. Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. You've taken the fame, you've taken the money. Everybody knows your face. You're super rich. That's part of fame. Part of fame is that you can never really do nothing on your own, and you can never hide. You're done. Everybody knows who you are.
Yeah.
If you take that comes with it.
Yeah. Which is, it's just crazy. Now the question is if they do make an example of him, what is he really going to get? How much time is it going to, is it going to be like a house arrest? It's going to be, and it's crazy to think.
Not at this point. If they didn't let him bail, I doubt that they're going to give him anything. Like, he's going to go to jail. Like, he's going to go to prison. But he's going to go to prison for, I don't think, we'll keep at it. I'll make a bet of between 8 and 10 years, because he's going to come out and roll some people. The people like Jeffrey Epstein, like they would have never let Jeffrey Epstein say the whole thing. They would have let him say a few people, like people that we already know, like, Clinton.
I do know, like, if they say 10 years is half time, because day is 1 year, night is another year. So he would have done 5 years. So if Diddy goes in for 10, he'll probably do like maybe 5 to 6 years, right?
Well, yeah, he'll be the best inmate. Like they'll figure out ways to get him out as quickly as possible, because he has great lawyers, he has money, connections. But again, those connections are the same ones that are like allowing this to happen, because it's better you than me, bro. You go, just like he did to Shine. Better you than me, bro. I'm better than you, so you go.
So now it's his time.
And
I want, my that's kind of curious that you bring that. I wonder what Shine thinks about all this. Now going like, bro, this, you know what I mean? I fucking did your time. Now, bitch, you get to pay for. Now you're paying for mine. Karma's a bitch.
A lot of kids that if you did all this, like, a lot of kids are probably like, see, mom, I told you. Not every kid is the way I said it. Like, not every kid is like, I'll show up tomorrow to get raped or whatever it takes. So I'm sure some kids are like, whoa, fuck this. And then now they're adults and going, look, mom, look what I told you. A lot of moms are feeling stupid right now.
Yeah. Or dads, or
dads, yeah, or anybody, right? Guardians.
Yeah, any guardians. That's crazy. So let us know what you guys think. Oh, we've got 2 more comments here. Sorry for that, Mr. R here. Movies and music industry is so corrupt. I feel Diddy will be made an example of.
He totally is. He's totally going to be made an example of, because then it shows us that people like that can go down. Like her worry was no one like that can go down. They are going to take him down. So you can rest easy. We treat everyone the same.
Yeah. No. Sure. You keep thinking that. He's going to be made an example of on a lot of levels. If he survives long enough, it will make it to sentencing. I'm going with 20 to 30. Could be more depending on what the state has on him. So he's being tried in New York, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's New York where he's at right now.
I'm sure he's going to have allegations in Miami, in Florida, and then he's also going to have allegations in California,
in LA. So does that
those are all separate trials? All separate trials.
Okay, so that was my next question. Does that difference the trial, and then does that difference the long time? So does he okay, so let's say he gets sentenced in New York for about 10 years, right? Now, do they transfer now a new trial in Florida, and then he gets sentenced another 7 years? So does that make it 14 years?
Yes, federal. So there's federal, and then state issues, right?
Uh-huh.
Kind of like when Trump was being tried, right? Like Trump was, you could be fine with it. They can drop the federal charges. That's fine. You still have the state to contend with. So the state is suing you. Then you have to appear before the state district attorney, right? So those are the people who are suing you. So all of those are different. They could come together if he does a plea deal. If he does like a plea deal, and he goes like, look, I'm going to fucking roll over. I'm going to say everything that I can. As long as what I think an access, like you think it's going to be 20 to 30 plus state. I think it's going to be I'm taking the lesser side, because I think he's going to roll, and they're going to make some kind of a deal where it's going to be 8 to 10, with good behavior. That's what I think. I'm taking the lower, you're taking the higher.
So you think
either way, he's going to be made an example of, because number one, he's going to prison at all. And then what prison are you going to send him to where they don't know him? And like anywhere you send him to, unless it's an administrative segregation, which means he's in his own 23 hours a day. That's like the most maximum level people, right? Diddy is the closest thing to what Epstein done. The courts and the justice will do very best to make sure he doesn't slip away. Exactly. Slip away or off himself. He's going to get slipped away. I believe he knows too much. Before he makes that plea deal, two things can happen. He gets knocked out. They wipe him away. Oh shit, he, hung himself on a sheet, which is really hard to do. But so he did that. Or they're going to give him a smaller one. If he rolls, depending on if he plays ball, he's going to get a smaller one. I think we'll see him 10 years from now. That's what I think. Or an Axis had a good one where he thought he was going to go away for 30 plus state. Either way, I don't know.
So I'd be curious to see if he becomes a rat and rats everybody else, and
If they allow that, if they allow that.
yeah.
If they get an inkling of that, if they get an inkling, like there's people embedded where he is. Why do you think he's there?
Mhm.
There, like they send him to certain places so they can keep an eye on him. The people that really want the information. How's he doing? Do you think is he turning? Do you think he's going to make a deal? The moment that he's going to make a deal, he's going to get killed. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
They can't allow that to happen.
He's going to be offed.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what's going to happen. You ask what's going to happen in the future. I don't know, because he can get off tomorrow, or it's the only way. Unless he knows a lot, it's only a matter of time, or they're going to kill him in prison.
Yeah.
Either way.
Well, let us know what you guys think and what your thoughts are. Like I said, and send us a message. And and hey guys, don't forget to join us on Monday nights for our headlight show. We have a headlights where we go over any news stories that we come across for you guys and any updates we have. And thank you, AC, for joining me tonight and having the show on P. Diddy with this. I learned a lot. I learned a lot that I didn't know.
Yeah, me too. I came in here going, I don't know too much about it. We're down a co-host, so I hope you're doing well, Sam.
Yes.
And we did the best we could without you.
We love you. We miss you. Oh, wait. Hold on. No cussing. Fuck you, Sam.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Was it last week? I
Yeah.
tried to listen for a while, but you guys just cuss too much. Well, fuckity fuck.
Fuck,
Fuckity
fuck,
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 fuck, fuck.
fuckity fuck, dickety fuck, fuck, fuck.
Tickety fuck. Yeah, that was great. We'll drive away all the new people. Anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. It was fun.
Yes.
This is an ongoing show, so we're gonna touch upon whatever happens. Now we're in it, so we have to talk about it.
Yes.
We'll see you again for some Gypsy Rose action. I know she's gonna give birth. Can't wait to see who's fucking who the daddy. And and stay tuned for that. Obviously we have our shows on Friday night. That's live. You can come and join us and be a part of it. Interact with us live. And on Monday, if you haven't had enough of us, we'll be back for a show, and you can join us there on Monday nights at the same time.
Absolutely. And thank you, everybody. And thank you for the likes. And if you haven't liked, go ahead and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it.
Share with a friend.
Yeah,
Share with
absolutely.
a friend. Good times, folks. Thank you so much for being here with us every week, and I
Yes.
just appreciate you very much.
Absolutely.
Every single week is since Twin Flames. My man.
So
All right,
thank you guys. We appreciate it, and we will see you Monday night.
Thanks, Mr. R. Love you too, brother. You have a good one.
Love you.
Good to see you guys.
So good night. Bye.